Oh wow, this McLaren's in pieces.
So guys, we're back. McLaren 720S is on the dyno. We're gonna get the figures out of this car. So stay tuned into this episode because it's gonna be mad.
Oh wow, this McLaren's in pieces. Let's find out what's happening from Danny.
So this come into us a while ago and he had a few issues with it, but the issues were supposed to be rectified and they weren't. So when we took the car out to go get fuel, yourself was driving down the road and it just lost all the gearing in it. And then we took a while to see if it was like TCU side, stuff like that. So we've done a lot of calibration, stuff like that. Didn't work. So yeah, I got the authorization from the customer to look into the gearbox, and yeah, this is where we are. So currently right in that bucket there, you've got a fresh oil with a Dodson clutch. So his clutch has failed. His plates have, a few of his plates were badly burnt out.
Why do you put the clutch inside the oil?
I soak it in there just so the clutch plates and everything's have got oil in them already, so you don't run it dry on first start up. So when you start it up, obviously, and you want to engage it, if they're dry, there's a chance that the plate can just crack straight away because it's not going to have the right amount of pressure there.
So that clutch is going to go straight directly on?
Yeah, that's going on here, but I'm just taking out the Megatronics at the moment, which is all in here. This is all going to come out, and I'm going to change the pressure sensors in here as well, because while it's apart, why not? And then everything's going to be like new in it. But yeah, I've got all the sensors here, got the clutch here.
So that's a Dodson clutch, right?
That's a Dodson clutch, yeah. Yeah, we're rock and rolling with it, and then hopefully I can have this in the next couple of days and it's running, so. Yeah, I need to be cracking on, my man, so go do some other filming.
It's a McLaren?
It's a McLaren.
So you could work on literally anything, right?
Throw anything at me, man.
Literally wherever it is.
Whatever you've got, whatever ain't working, bring it down here. All high-end stuff.
I was going to say Ford Fiesta.
That I don't mind. Look, come on, man. This the work's work, innit? But this, give me all the high-end stuff. I'll fix it, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That's what I was just going to say, because obviously everyone thinks we're a Porsche specialist, which we are.
We are.
But we've taken on a few McLarens as well.
Yeah, we've taken on McLarens, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, R8s.
There's a Ferrari on the dyno right now for it. A
We've
pistol.
got another very special job coming in soon, which is going to be totally different to what we usually do.
Nice.
I'll keep that under wraps because that one's going to look epic.
I'm not sure what job he's talking about, so I'm going to be surprised as well.
Yeah, you don't actually know, do you?
I don't know.
I'm not going to tell anyone.
So Dan, what's going on here?
McLaren does that.
And yeah, this is what McLarens do to you, man. They mess you
I
up.
thought it was my eyes for a second.
Right, so front side's all done. I'm still letting the clutches soak in the oil for now. I've stripped down the side, the gear side. So these are the pressure sensors for the gears. So on the ends here, these are actually magnetic, okay? Now, with these, they work on pressure, okay? So the common issue with some of these as well is it won't help you, it won't select gears properly and it won't calibrate properly if you've got all of these metal filings here. So as you can see here, all of this on the side here is all magnetic gunk. That is literally, I've got to clean all of that up. Now, you're supposed to have a nice gap under each one of these. And if you look closely, there's not a gap there, there's no gap there, a minimal gap there, and a reasonable gap on this one here. So these are obviously what helps select gears. So these connect onto the forks here, and then they spring load open and close with done by pressure. But they will have the amount of pressure in them, but they won't actually change the gear properly if it's not seeing a clear gap. So this will think that it's already engaging the gear, and theoretically it's not, which could be a very big common issue with these boxes. Mm-hmm. So I am
sensor as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So I am going to be refurbishing literally everything on this box. So when it's all built, put back in the car, it will be running 1010 and there will be no issues with the gearing or the clutch side or anything like that. Now, before we've done this video, when I stripped it all down, you can see all the filings from the clutch plates come out. Now, they're bronze. With gearing, obviously, it's more of a metallic colour, more metal-y, but with the clutch plate, it's a bronze. So because it's a steel plate, when it wears down, it's like bottom end bearings, that sort of material. So once they go, then you'll get all the bronze flakes come out. So when I stripped this box down and took the clutch out, you can see a massive, in the bucket, it was just covered with bronze flakes. So we've got the clutch rectified. Now I'm doing the hydraulic side. I'm rectifying all of that. I'll be cleaning these up, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Yeah, just going back just to show you guys obviously what I mean by how these sensors work. So this is a magnetic sensor here. Okay, so if I just disassemble this, it's already been disassembled. So once I've taken all of this off, obviously pressure will run through the oil channels there, and because this here is the magnetic sensors on here. Now, if I flip that back over, the magnetic sensors will read on here. Now, these won't be reading properly because of the gaps that it's got there. So theoretically, it will think that this one's already trying to engage, so it won't engage it properly because it's seeing that there's no gap there. There has to be a gap on each one of these, and when I clean it up, I will show you what the gap needs to look like.
If it's touching, you can't see the actual.
Yeah, hence why it was going mad, and that's why they couldn't finish calibrating it from the company it went to before.
But I think the best way to avoid this, look at that, man. Oh.
Yeah, best way to avoid it is just keep up with your
Maintenance,
man. That's it. That is all it is. Now they're very common for doing this anyway, so it's mad. Watch this. Let me get a pic. Look. Let me get a pic. Look.
It's like it's proper thick.
Right. So here, let me show you.
Underneath.
Look, if you look here, if you hold that up for me, onto this one here, right? So see, well, look, see it. Look, they're very strong magnets. Look. Look, if I could just leave that there. But look, see here? I've got a gap, right? I can get that in, but even if I move that out, look how much comes off that one.
And that one looks clean.
Yeah, and that one looks clean. Look, watch this, look. That. Look how much stuff is coming off of that, look.
Look. It's terrible.
Look at that, look. Right, so I've got to get all of this cleaned up now, and then I can start building this all up, put the clutch in. Let's get this up and running for the customer, 10-10.
Dan, got this all cleaned up now?
Yes, this is all nice and clean now, as you can see.
Fresh.
So,
it's like new now.
Before and after. But that is how they should always be. And when the magnetic board's on this side, it will actually pick the magnets up properly.
You can see there's an actual gap there now.
Yeah. There's a decent gap on all of them now.
Yeah, they're all clean. So they'll be doing exactly what they
need to do.
They should be doing, yeah. And is the Dodson in now as well?
Yeah, Dodson's in. You can't see the front plate on now, but they're Dodson's all in, front end's all bolted up, so yeah, tomorrow...
Front plate's on now, yeah, so...
Yeah, we'll be putting the gearbox in the car.
Tomorrow, yeah, hopefully we can...
get it in and running.
Get it in and running and then put an end to this episode.
Yeah, literally, yeah. That's it. But if you need your McLaren sorted, bring it here.
That's it. But listen, if you do, let us know what it is before you drop it off.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
If it's going to come in for just a tune and then end up being something like this, then... Yeah.
That's it, yeah. We need to know a bit of history about it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah,
exactly, yeah.
Dan, I'll turn around and the McLaren's already put back together.
Just literally boxing it up now, and then just doing all the heat shields, and then I can put all the back end together. But yeah, we're there. All the hubs and that back on. So we're not far off, my man. Just getting this done and dusted so we can get it tuned, man. Get some flames out of it. Give it back to the customer, and he'll be overly happy because it come here for a tune. We end up rectifying another fault with the gearbox, so yeah, fixed. Getting put back together.
Malik, you've been a bit camera shy recently. You want to hold the mic for a second?
Sure, yeah, I guess so.
I haven't seen you on camera for a while.
A while, I mean my first appearance was last video, wasn't it? So
What are you working on?
just putting the hubs back into this McLaren that we've had in. Danny's just done a clutch on this, I'm sure you guys have all heard about it. Final stretches now on this, and then hopefully we'll get it running.
That's it.
Yeah.
Hub back on and that's it, right?
Anti-roll bar, bumper, and I think then it'll be ready. No, not a lot more to go, no.
Bro, how's it?
It drives better than stock.
It does it?
Way better than stock clutches. Bro, the biting point, you can actually feel it, how good the biting point is on the Datsun. I thought it was going to drive shit, I'll be honest with you.
Did you?
It actually drives
I thought,
so
yeah,
good.
like the gaps and stuff in it, but it's just...
Bro, literally, I drove this car stock, remember?
Yeah.
And I drove it now, I swear to you, hands down, it drives better than
And
stock.
not one fault.
Not one fault.
Wow.
Not one fault.
There we go. Dodson clutch in the McLaren 720S. First one done at ES. Now time for the dyno work. Let's get this thing map switched, big flames, and go from there. Right, so guys, the McLaren 720S is all boxed up. It's on the dyno. So I've built the gearbox up, put the Dodson in, I've chucked it all in the car, made sure everything works okay. We took it out for a little test drive as well, as you've seen. Brought it back on the dyno. Diffuser and that is now on it. Nice. So once its dyno work is done, away we go. So yeah, Rebase is just putting in the ECU now. We've just put another file onto the car.
Yep.
So he's having map switch, rolling anti-lag on the car as well. So we've just got to make sure all of this is perfect before the car goes.
Yep.
But so far, it's been 10-10. It's been performing really well as well. We've managed to get 784 at the wheels out of it at the moment. But we've just done that as a base file to see how, do you know what I mean, what we can play with, the parameters that we've got and stuff like that as well. So
what's the aim?
The aim, I think the aim, just to get like 800 wheel out of this would be amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, so 800 wheel, what's that's like 950 brakes. So
Sick.
it's going to be, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to all the flames as well.
Yeah.
So guys, stay tuned in because this McLaren is going to be mad.
So guys, we're finished up on the dyno at 816 wheel horsepower. Now that converts to roughly 917, 920 brake horsepower. This is strictly on the pump fuel map. Of course, on the race fuel map that we've installed, he can push more power with this build. But for now, we're going to leave it here with the pump fuel map. Unfortunately, due to the weather right now, we can't get this car on the road. However, in the next coming week, we will be installing the anti-lag setup on this car. So once that's done, and hopefully once the weather clears, we'll get the car on the road, put some testing miles down and get some draggy numbers and share them with you in a future video. Until then, stay locked in, stay subscribed, drop us a like, give us a follow, hit us up on Instagram, and of course, as always, drop your feedback in the comments, let us know what you think, and we will catch you next week.